The men's edition of Spring Hill College versus the Lane College Dragons. Julian Atkins now joined by Tyler Newkirk. Tyler, this is the home finale for the Dragons, and everyone in the stadium is excited to get this game going. I think both of us are too.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna look for this to be a little bit of a redemption game, as the ladies took a tough loss. But I think the men, I feel the energy in here. The crowd is going. Everybody knows this is the last game of the season. They're hoping to kind of close this thing out strong and get ready. Get ready for their push after this last game. It should be an exciting one, though, and you gotta think that Spring Hill is gonna hope to avenge their loss early on that they took at the hands of the Dragons, which I believe was a score of. I'm trying to look back at the notes. It was a score of 81-68.
Yeah, 81, 13-point win for the Dragons, but remember, in that lead, they had the game changer and the game breaker, Ashantis Sanders and Terrence Holt. How will their absence impact today's game?
Well, that's key, because now the big-time senior, he's not in this game. He's out with an injury, so now they're going to have to find a way to make up for him. And for the most part, they've done a pretty good job of kind of making up for his absence and doing what they can to kind of help with their stream. So, I look forward to seeing what they can do and who's going to step up in this spot. And, Spring Hill's going to have some trouble here early on.
And remember, Jameer Mix, last time around, he had a big game against Lemoyne Owen. He delivered big for the Dragons.
Yeah, and that was the senior that stepped up. Right? When we was looking for, it was actually on senior night. When we were looking for, who was going to be that senior, who was going to be that unsung hero. Jameer Mix was that guy, and you have to think that with this being the last game of the season, of the regular season at least, you're going to see a lot of Jameer Mix early on and hopefully down the stretch.
Starting lineups being introduced by our PA announcer, Roger Ogden, an athletic director, one of the athletic directors here at Lane College.
Here they come.
Ready or not.
Well, Drew, now that the starting lineup's out of the way, what do you think the key is going to be for Lane as they hope to close this last game of the regular season out with the win?
Well, rely on their playmakers to make plays for them. Not only in the first half, they have to start on the second half. They have to capitalize off turnovers, make free throws, limit mistakes, limit big plays, and I see them coming out with a win today.
And see, the difference in their play these last couple of weeks has been their ability to finish late in games, right? They've been able to kind of hang around in the games early on, or in some cases even take the lead. But, the difference is they've been able to kind of close out games and finish games, and you saw that last week on display when they beat Lemoyne Owen late in the fourth quarter. Late in the second half.
Well, here we go. We're just about ready to get play underway here for the Dragons. And the Badgers the Badgers control the tip, and we're underway here at JF Lane Gymnasium. Inside pass, this Spring Hill offense.
And you see a lot of movement here early on as well.
Jameer Mix nearly stole it away, but it's batted out of bounds to the Badgers.
And see, Drew, that's a good sign there early. You know, we talked about it a little bit pregame and Jameer Mix. You know, that's a good sign to see that your seniors, your upperclassmen are, you know, getting after the loose balls and the hustle plays, and those will be things that help them win this basketball game.
Shot clock was at 1, and it'll turn over to the Dragons anyway. Out of bounds, it'll go to LCD. So here's the Dragons on offense. Daniel Hill, one of those starters in place of maybe Sanders. Brown, he can shoot, and he knocks that one down from long range. And one shot from behind the arc.
But there you go. Early on, that's good to see. Typically, he starts off from the inside out, but you see he's going to work outside in this game.
They'll work it around the perimeter. And a bad pass stolen by DeMarc Brown to Lucius Brown. They'll work it around the perimeter to Ash from the baseline, back outside Daniel Hill for 3. No good. Rebound batted in the air and controlled by the Badgers.
And unfortunately, Daniel Hill was unable to make that 3. But that was beautiful basketball, beautiful ball movement as you get the shot here by number 13, David Daniels. You know, that was beautiful ball movement. And Lane just has to keep that up, and they'll eventually hit the shots.
Here's Brown, one of those starters in place of Holt and Sanders. Mix. Jameer Mix saying, hey, I think there's been a little bit of a mix-up. I'm a game changer, too. Hill changing the game here.
Beautiful, beautiful move.
Off the glass.
That's a finesse. That's a finesse. That's a way to bounce off of the guy. You know, nice little kiss off the backboard. Beautiful.
On the inside, Spring Hill had it stolen away. Brandon Fisher couldn't control the handle. Here's Ash. He's a ball handler.
And see, Jude, their activity on defense is what is helping igniting their offense. Like you see the crowd is getting into it. It's helping them get out in fast break opportunities. Their defense right now is what's leading.
DeMarc Brown on the dish inside. What a shot. And what a play drawn up. Fisher down the wing. What a shot there. Was that number 15?
I think that's 13. I think that was David Daniels again.
Yeah, Daniels again has all points for the Badgers.
And that's textbook for Spring Hill. If you're going to break that trap, you know, just kind of push the ball up court. No need to dribble too much.
Here's Daniel Hill to dish inside to Ash, who lost the handle. It'll turn over to the Badgers.
And right now, I like the feel of this game right now. I like the way it's feeling both ways. I mean, both sides are playing hard. Both sides are kind of pushing the issue. You can see with 17:09 here in the first half. I mean, the tempo of this game is great, and I hope this keeps it up.
I believe we're having a little bit of a technical difficulties with the shot clock. It's 30 on one side and 16 on another. And I think they're just going to play with that. Only 3 seconds chipped away off of the play clock. Daniels inside to Fisher. Outside three-pointer on the way. It is good. And that ties the game. What a shot by Christian Bryant.
Hey, I mean, come on now. You can't leave Brent wide open in the corner. I mean, you know, he's been shooting in lights out as of late. I mean, that's just a poor defensive communication there by Lane, and those are the mental lapses that they cannot have here early on.
And I don't know what just went on, but the shot clock is right inside of 25 seconds. Hill. Daniel Hill working it up. Now skip pass to the baseline to DeMarc Brown, who lays it up on a reverse layup, gives the Dragons the lead again.
Oh, that's backcourt. There you go. He got it. He got it. Good call, ref.
And a backcourt violation will turn right back over to the Dragons.
Like
they're looking for somebody to inbound the ball.
They're lucky they got a good ref that they didn't start calling off the 5. And right now, their aggression on offense is great. This is exactly the kind of offensive pace that you want to have, both in the half court and the fast break set, as you're going to get the three-pointer.
Brown misfires from three-pointer. Here's Brent on the rebound. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Fisher. Brandon Fisher's first foul of the game goes offensively.
And who else? The senior, Jameer Mix, once again. I mean, just committing and the hustle plays. Those are the kind of things that help you win ball games. You can see the senior stepping up and doing what a senior does.
Brown, Lucius Brown. That's DeMarc Brown. Skip pass to Mix, who spots up for a 3. That's no good. And Jared Holland will let that one run out of bounds. And that'll take us to our first media timeout. We'll be right back after this word from our Mass Comm department of Lane College.
Attention students, basketball season is about to start. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the Lane College media team as we cover the games all season long.
Hey everybody, I hope your students enjoyed your summer. This 2018-2019 school year, we have a lot in store for you. And speaking of stores, make sure you visit your local bookstore so you can get your books. Every student this year is entitled to their own books. It's included in your tuition. So stop by today. It's behind your water tower located right by the all-girls dorm. On your way there, you'll see the gym and you'll see the blacktop. Just make sure you're looking out for the bookstore. We can't wait to see you. Hey everybody, I hope your students enjoyed your summer. This 2018-2019 school year, we have a lot in store for you. And speaking of stores,
a lot of the media timeout. The Dragons are leading the Badgers by 2. A lot of great activities that you can visit around campus. A lot of great places around campus as Daniels lays that one in and gets that one of gold.
He's just scoring on those easy baskets, those press breaking baskets that are beautiful. If you're the offensive player, you get easy looks at the rim.
Inside, DeMarc Brown can't connect.
He's got to finish that.
And up front court, Jameer Mix steals it. And it's right back over to the Dragons, or the Badgers. The misfire from Fisher from the baseline. Here are the Dragons. Ash. Top of the circle, Mix. Deep 3 on the way. No good. And the rebound goes to Christian Brant. Daniels.
There goes that
Brant
shooter.
for 3. That's no good. Rebound by Kendarius Ash.
Like to see him take advantage of that mismatch.
Hill. Back to the ashtray. From the baseline, good.
I think that's the first one, Judah Ashtray. I think that's the first time I heard you use that.
Bad pass stolen by Lucius Brown. And here comes Daniel Hill on the dish inside, tries to get it to Mix. And a kickball violation, it'll stay with the Dragons.
I don't know if it's just me, but did it look like Mix was looking for the oop on that play? I thought Mix called for the oop. I was expecting to see a little bit of showtime.
I think everybody in the stadium was. But nevertheless, it's Dragon basketball with 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Fresh subs for the Dragons, including
Justin Anderson, the shooter. And you got D'Lo Brown.
Brown. Lucius Brown can't connect. Here come the Dragons, or the Badgers. On the other end, finishing is number 20. I don't have
Quinn Sutton. Quinn Sutton. And what I liked about that move that Quinn just made there was, you know, he used a little clear out as Justin Anderson. Nearly knocks down a three-pointer in the corner. But KD with the finish. Nice dish by Lucius Brown.
The Dragons threatening. Brant for three. That hits nothing. Daniel Hill working it up against Brant.
He got him on skates.
And he finishes on the lay-in.
Ooh.
Daniels with the head fake. Sutton for three, or from the baseline. That's no good. Rebound Ash on the inside. And LaJustin Anderson had it knocked away by Brant. It'll stay with the Dragons as Leonard will check in, the big 6'10 target, into the game for the Dragons.
I tell you what, the senior Holland there for Spring Hill, I mean, that was beautiful defense. Way to kind of get back into the play and prevent KD from getting, prevent LaJustin Anderson from getting an easy layup. Again, more big-time senior play as we see here early on with 12:55 left in the first half.
Ash, turnaround jumper, no good, but he'll go to the line for a pair.
That's the thing with KD. That's the thing with Kendarius Ash. That's what makes him so dangerous. His length and his ability to lift over the top of any defender that decides to guard him. You know, that's what makes him a mismatch nightmare every time he touches the basketball. He has the ability to kind of back you down, get to where he wants to on the court, and simply rise over the top. Either he's going to hit or you're going to foul him.
He's 6'7". It's hard to catch him with those long strides, but he missed the first free throw attempt.
And the player of his kind of caliber, this is where I would like to see his improvement on the free throw line. I mean, you know, he knocked down 2 big free throws last week. This is going to knock down that one. But I like to see him improve on that free throw line, and I think that'll help elevate his game.
On the offense are the Badgers. Holland. Back to Holland from Fisher. Here's Brant. Daniels. Top of the circle. And a feed inside to Fisher, who lays it in.
That's a beautiful find there by Rogers. I mean, it all started off with the ball movement first and foremost, but the dish by Rogers, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
LaJustin Anderson for three. No good. The tipped rebound by Ash, who knocks it off a Spring Hill player, but it remains in bounds. Here's Brent. Stop. Pop. No drop. And here's Leonard with the rebound. Daniel Hill, not wasting any kind of time, who lays it into the lane of Temper and lays it home.
Oh, my goodness, boy, you better stop. Daniel Hill showing the full arsenal today. I mean, my God.
From the baseline, Daniels to answer, no good. Rebound, Ash. And it's showtime for Kendarius Ash as he feeds it inside to, who is that?
D'Lo Brown, Mr. Brown. They're going to need a timeout.
D'Angelo Brown.
They're going to need a timeout here. Coming up soon. Lane is threatening on running away with this game early.
Daniels, maybe not anymore, probably. LCD on a drive here, on a little run, and I think Daniels is having a little bit of an issue with his uniform. Maybe some blood on his hand, some blood on his arm. Want to get that checked out in a hurry, but nevertheless, it takes us to our second media timeout. We'll take the timeout with him.
So stop by today. It's behind your water tower located right by the all-girls dorm. On your way there, you'll see the gym and you'll see the blacktop. Just make sure you're looking out for the bookstore. We can't wait to see you. Hey.
Mitch, you don't got a parking decal? Alright, You gonna get ticket.
A parking ticket? Man, I wish somebody would get me a parking ticket. Get out of here with that. You already know, 'cause I'm stuck. Wow.
That's what you get. That's what you get. How much?
That's
How
crazy.
much?
$50.
I bet you get that parking ticket. I bet you
Man,
listen
that's
to me.
crazy.
I bet you
That is
listen to me.
crazy.
Attention all Lane College students, please be sure to get your parking decal. You can purchase a decal in the cashier's office. Parking decals are $50 for the year. This message is brought to you by Lane College.
Welcome back under the gym lights of the newly renovated gym, J.F. Lane Gymnasium. David Daniels, the freshman forward, 6'5",
Alright, you gonna get ticket.
out of Illinois. Meredith High School was his high school.
Oh, wow.
Misfires on the first.
I'm very
attempt.
familiar with Marist. I'm very familiar with Marist High School. Yeah, I think we actually played them once. I think we played them this year. My alma mater.
Both free throws rattle out for Daniels. Here's DeMarc Brown on the other end.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Attention all Lane College students, please be sure to get your parking decal.
Anderson.
Purchase a
them
decal
down
in
low.
the cashier's office. Parking decals are $50
Anderson.
for the year. This message
Brown.
is brought to you by Lane College.
Bad pass stolen away by the Badgers. Nice play there by Grayson Rogers to steal that one. Skip pass from the baseline is good. Give that to Jarrett Holland.
I mean, just the breakdowns in communications, the poor rotations.
You gonna get
I mean,
ticket.
it's just, those are the lapses in defense, as I mentioned before, that you cannot have, especially when you're rolling offensively.
Anderson for three to answer, and it's good.
Swish, swish. I don't think that touched any part of the rim. I was nothing but net, Drew. Uh-oh.
Bryant to answer again, no good.
I was about to say we got a three-point contest going.
And who's gonna win it? DeMarc Brown laying it in, no good.
Attention all
Here's
Lane College
Brent.
students.
Going
please
for
be
the
sure
alley-oop
get
to
your parking
Daniels,
decal.
and he lost it out of bounds to the Dragons.
Parking decals are $50 for the year. This message is brought to you
Well,
by Lane College.
Well, he didn't catch it. It looked like it was going to be nice, but we didn't get a chance to see. Look, that looked like they trying to put on a little mini all-star game for us here, Drew.
Referees directing students back from the wall there.
Hey, you don't got a parking decal? Alright, you gonna get ticket.
Only 1 second chipped away off the shot clock.
You would get me a parking ticket. Get out of here with that.
Here's Anderson. The screen from Leonard, didn't use it.
And they're missing that big down low. I mean, the big is open down low. Leonard wide open every single time they throw the ball to the top of the key. Right now,
Anderson.
he's wide open. There you go. Turn
Here's
and shoot.
Leonard,
all Lane
who
College
got
students.
caught for
Please
steps.
be sure to get your parking decal. You can purchase a decal in the cashier's office. Parking decals are $50
I think that was one of
for the
those
year.
cases that he got
This
caught
message is
wide
brought
open,
to
too
you by
wide
Lane
open.
College.
Daniels. Three on the way by Holland. No good. Battle for the rebound. Mitchell comes up with that one. He battled Grayson for that one. Here's Anderson with the pump fake, and he could not connect from the free throw line.
Somebody would get me a parking ticket.
Rogers.
There you go. Yep. Give him
And
a foul.
yeah, foul from Holland going to be called on Brown. Fresh subs for the Dragons. D'Angelo Williams, or is that D'Angelo Brown? Will take a seat, and so will Leonard.
I wonder here, Drew, if player fatigue is gonna happen in this game. Is that gonna be a determining factor of this game, considering that Lane has a little bit of a deeper bench?
Fisher with 6 to shoot, passes to Daniels, who tried to throw it down but could not connect. And here's Mix, battle for the rebound. And a jump ball possession arrow will favor the Badgers. And Daniels can't believe that he got hung there.
I mean, yeah, the crowd's going to let him hear that. The crowd's going to let him hear it. I mean, man.
Oh, wow.
It was a good try. It was a good try. He just, caught a whole lot of the rim.
I honestly would just put the ball in the rim in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, now you got to go back to the absolute basics and just lay the ball up.
They're not laying the ball up here as Mitchell misfires from 3. Rebound goes to Holland. Daniel Holland dribbling inside, back outside to Daniels. Fisher can't connect. Rebound DeJuan Curry, who checks in on me. And here's Brown. They'll give it to Anderson, back to Brown from Anderson.
And that was a smart play there. Kind of just slowed out.
Mark Brown wasn't expecting the pass, and it's out of bounds to the Badgers. Daniel Hill will check back in, and a media timeout going to be on display. We'll be right back after this word from the MASCOM Department of Lane.
Attention Lane College students, we are proud to say that the Lane store is now open. We have everything you need, from those on-the-go snacks like your favorite chips and drinks, hot foods, and even toiletry essentials for those toiletry needs. And don't forget about the chicken wing specials, including the 6-piece combo with a side and drink for only $6. So come out and support your Lane store. It's just a walk away. Attention Lane College students, we are proud to say that
a lot of food and a lot of necessities located at the Lane store. As Daniels tries again, he'll lay that one in, and the foul. What a way to get redemption.
With the N1, you saw he almost lost the ball on that play too. But I mean, that's the basics, laying the ball up, being aggressive. And that's a smart move by him to just kind of keep being aggressive. Don't let the missed dunk get to him, and got a chance to convert on the N1.
That chips the lead down to 4 with a 3-point play. Might as well call that a 3-point basket.
And if you're Spring Hill,
Daniel Hill knocking that one down.
Speaking of the Hill. But no, if you Spring Hill, you got to think that you're in good shape here. I mean, you haven't played the best in the cleanest of games. Lane has kind of been hot. The crowd has been into it. Yet you only find yourself down.
Grayson Rogers lays that one up and in.
Yet you only find yourself down 5 points now. So, I mean, you're in good shape right now if you're Spring Hill.
Here's Anderson. Mix for 3. No good. And the rebound is corralled by Lane, but they tip it off their foot. Their own foot.
I think they're going to say David Daniel here is bleeding, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was having some complaints and having some trouble with his arm, looking at his arm, seeing if his arm was bleeding right there. Having some problems early on to the game with his arm. Bryant. Back to Holland. Across the timeline they go to avoid the 8-second violation. Holland gets it from Brandt. He'll dribble it on the inside to Fisher, who lays that one in, and that just barely rattles home.
Again, if you're Lane, you have to be really careful here because Spring Hill is hanging around in this basketball game with 6:25 left here in the first half. I mean, you have to really be careful here. Spring Hill is in a great position right now.
Hill, the spin move, the drive, the kick out to Ash. And Ash with the drive. And he'll go to the line for a pair.
Great aggressive attack, seeing that they're struggling offensively to kind of get things back going as they came out with a hot start. Smart move, way to attack and get to the free throw line.
Kendarius Ash, the Decatur, Georgia product. 6'7", 1,000-plus point career holder is Kendarius Ash, and he knocks that one down, maybe on his way to 2,000. Well, I don't know about that much.
About to say 2,000 is a lot.
Second point was no good. Stays at a 4-point lead for LCD. Brent, the kick to Rogers for three. No good as he tried to get that one over Lucius Brown, but Fisher couldn't corral the miss or clean it up.
I think Fisher shot himself out of that one. They're going to get a little bit too much mustard on that pass.
Tried to muscle that one down low to LaJustin Anderson, who's a little bit gimpy getting up. Hopefully he's okay.
I think that's Dante Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, that's Mitchell.
Yep.
Yeah, Dante Mitchell. Excuse me.
Looks like you got mixed grimacing a little bit, too. Looks like he might have taken a shot to the groin area.
They left Brent wide open, but Daniel Hill adjusted on that one. Holland taking it into the land of Temper, the dish, and the loose ball will turn over to the Dragons. Fisher couldn't corral it.
Good push.
Hill not wasting any time.
Now clear out. There you go. Clear
Back
out.
to Ash. No cigarettes burning in the ashtray right now. It'll go back to Ash. Bad pass stolen. And Daniel Hill will commit the foul on Holland.
Lane just kind of needs to slow the tempo down a little bit. You know, it worked for them early on as you're going to get D'Angelo Brown here checking in for Jameer Mix. But, you know, it worked for them early on, pushing the pace, you know, upbeat tempo. But right now, this game has gotten to a point where it's time to kind of slow things down, get into a half-court set, and that's on the flip side. That's what you're seeing by Spring Hill. They're running their offensive sets. They're kind of getting things going. Yes, they're not necessarily converting, but they're getting great looks at the basket.
Wonderful looks at the basket. Jared Holland, the Mobile, Alabama product, went to Baker High School. He's not in high school right now, but shot clock is inside of 5 seconds now. Jumper from the free throw line was no good by Sutton. Rebound goes to Lucius Brown. And Hill be on the drive. Kick outside to Daniel Hill. Spots up and knocks that one down from behind the arc again.
Shooters are going to shoot. And that meant good press, good trap right here.
And that forces a turnover. And that forces another shot by Brown, D'Angelo Brown. And all of a sudden, Lane is leading by 9. And another turnover. And Ash, here comes the throwdown. I guess I lied.
he didn't want to make the mistake that David Daniels made and let the rim block his shot. A smart move, way to lay it up and get the easy two.
The whole crowd stood up for that one.
But look, Drew, look what has changed here. The defensive intensity, the defensive pressure.
It's smart. Yeah, it's smart basketball.
Yeah, I mean, they're trapping, they're pressing, they're applying pressure. You know, they're rotating defensively. They're communicating on the defensive end. I mean, all of their defense is leading to their offense.
Christian Clark will check in for the Dragons. That will bring us to our third media timeout. We'll be right back after this message and a word from our mass comm department here at LCD. back to basketball, and the Dragons are up by 11.
Mo Bamba playing in the background. Sheck West. What you know about that, Julie?
I know nothing about that.
Oh, come on now, Julie. You don't know that song?
I just listen to whatever I like to listen to.
Oh, come on now, Julie. Come on. Everybody else in the gym here kind of moving a little bit. The students going. But it's a select few songs. It's like probably 3 to 5 songs that when they play, I promise you, it feels like all of the students know the song and all of the students go crazy, and that's one of them.
A little bit of a crowd difference. Everybody is not at the game this time. It wasn't a sold-out atmosphere last time around because everybody and their mothers were at the game.
Good pass.
Great ball movement. Triggers a 3 from Brown. That's no good. Here's Ash. Lays that one in. Smart basketball by Kendarius Ash on display.
Again, understanding that a dunk and a layup are both worth 2 points. You take the points over the flash any day.
Just worried about putting the ball in the rim. Sutton working it up against Ash. Holland. Rogers for 3, left wide open, but he can't connect. Misfires from 3, does Rogers. Here's Lucius Brown. Slowing the tempo down.
There you go.
And he'll just force that one up, but it falls anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wanted to let it happen. He's going to get, Spring Hill's going to get a timeout here. But that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, press the issue. Let the shooters kind of, you know, slow. I call it slow trail. Let the shooters slow trail, kind of get in a good position to get a nice-looking three-point shot off. And that's beautiful basketball. I mean, that's how the game should be ran right there. You let your defense lead to your offense. And if that can happen, I mean, you got nothing but success in your future. And give a special shout out here to our Lane College cheerleaders out here for the last couple of weeks, kind of just putting on the show here for the crowd and doing their thing. So we want to give a special shout out to them, and especially the young women and the young men out here flipping. I mean, God, dog, I wish my body could move like that, Drew.
I wish mine could move like that too, but unfortunately, I'm not fit enough to flip.
That's a different kind of fit. I mean, that's just a contort your body, acrobat, all those kind of gymnastic words.
A lot of motion.
Uh-huh. Too much motion.
Skip pass. To the inside, it goes to Holland with 13 to shoot. Inside Fisher over Ash.
Those are the 8th grade basics that your AAU coach teach you: the pump fake, the escape dribble, take your 2 steps, and then use the rim to protect. Oh, they're gonna get him for an offensive foul. It looked like it was a little flop action going on there. But you know that last drive by Fisher, that was textbook.
And offensive foul is going to be called against Daniel Hill. I honestly think that was a nice acting job.
Well, he just missed his opportunity to get a Grammy, and that was a couple weeks ago, last week. So he just missed that opportunity. But nonetheless,
Jared Holland.
Nonetheless, they got the call. That's a senior, though.
I think we're going to see him in Hollywood one day after that one.
That's a senior move, though. Very savvy play.
Screen from Daniels. Holland nearly lost the handle. Sutton for 3, and it hits nothing. Ash on the attack. Kendarius Ash trying to lay it in, and he does. Spring Hill not wasting any time, but they get a little bit too aggressive. And a kickball violation is going to be called against Lane.
That's a tough call. That's a tough, especially as the momentum is picking back up. You know, you're starting to get more fast break opportunities. But again, the intensity of Lane, the intensity that they're applying defensively is leading to good opportunities on the offensive end. And if you can keep that up for both halves, I mean, you know, that's perfect remedy for a win.
Holland. He'll back it out. A couple of bodies hit the floor underneath. But Daniels corrals it. Here's Rogers. And a blocking foul is going to be called against Brown, and some of the home crowd not liking that, and arguably so. Arguably so. .110 left to go in the first half. Lane leads it by 16. Official timeout to clean up sweat off the floor. Rogers for three. And that's no good as he tries to calm things down, and a fresh 30 off an offensive rebound.
And those are the lapses in defense that Lane has to start accounting for, because Spring Hill will not continuously miss those shots. I can guarantee you that.
Fisher with a pump fake gives it back to Holland. Holland with a pump fake of himself. Gary Daniels drills that one from the free throw line. That's not Gary Daniels, that's David Daniels.
And again, right on cue. Right on cue. They left him wide open. They left the shooter wide open once again. And they're not going to miss those all game long. They're going to start knocking those down. And if Lane is not careful, they're going to let them come back in this game. 25 seconds left here in this first half.
The feed on the inside, they tried to get it to Mix, but instead they turn it over and turn it right back over. Get it right back. Jameer Mix on the other end. Ash. And he'll go to the line.
Not smart basketball there by Spring Hill's Jared Holland. I mean, you got a 1-on-4. Why would you try to attack the rim and take it yourself? I mean, you have to utilize your teammates there, especially with three guys trailing, busting their butts to get back. I mean, you just have to make that smart pass. Especially when you have a 6'7" defender as long as KD is.
Here's Kendarius Ash at the line. 12.2 to go in the first half. Dragons lead it by 14 and are looking for more. Ash. That one rattles off front iron and out. No good. And another thing that they could not struggle with, they're struggling with early. Kendarius Ash not knocking down free throws. But he knocks that one down and extends the lead to 15.
And let's see if Spring Hill can get a push here with these 8. They're going to almost turn that smart timeout.
Yeah, timeout called by Holland as he was on the ground in Dodge. Had no other option.
And also smart understanding that it's 7.3 seconds left here in this first half. And if you Spring Hill, you almost have to get a good-looking shot here. You have to get a good shot at the rim, hoping to kind of help build a little bit of momentum as you move into the second half. Down double digits.
A lot of this time out, the Dragons, this is their final home game. And I think they're going down somewhere to play for the conference tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are. And that, again, that's why this game is so crucial for them. Building a lot of momentum. Building a lot of momentum if they get a blowout win. But you kind of just finding themselves and getting into a groove as they begin to make a chase for that championship. I mean, listen, they have it in them. They have it in them to take it all. It's just a matter of, how hard are they going to play, how hard they're going to want it.
Holland inbounds. And he stepped out of bounds. It'll turn over to the Dragons.
Well, now we see Spring Hill is not going to get that, not going to get that shot off. But now Lane is going to have an opportunity here up 15 with 5.3 left. I think we'll get timeout, 30 seconds.
30-second timeout. Lane with an opportunity to build on momentum here going into the second half. Joe Atkins alongside Tyler Newkirk. And Tyler, this game is intense.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it almost feels like the game should be closer, right? But this game has kind of been playing in spurts. Lane has kind of been taking advantage of. Lane has made probably 2 to 3 big runs. So those are the spurts that they've made thus far. They haven't necessarily played the best of games, but when they've kind of applied their pressure defensively and gotten some steals and some turnovers and, you know, kind of forced the issue, that's when they've been successful, and that's when their offense has stepped up.
Let's see what Coach Bryant Basemore has drawn up. With 3 seconds left, Daniel Hill on the attack, and he lays it in. And the Dragons are going to ride all types of momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, I like that shot right there. You see the coach showing love, too. Knowing that was a big-time shot. Now you go up 17 here, going into the half. And, I mean, the way he just moved his body, I mean, golly.
And he's a short guy.
The smallest fellow on the court.
Not all short guys can do that. The Lane College Dragons lead by 17 going into halftime. We will be right back with stats and maybe the start of the second half. Back here at Lane Gymnasium, the Dragons are on top by 17. And one of the game changers in this second half has been Daniel Hill. No, he's been one of the key factors. Jameer Mix has been a key factor. And with Kendarius Ash playing smart basketball, I think they're on their way to a signature win in their home finale.
Yeah, you definitely had the 2 biggest players in the first half, 2 biggest key contributors for Lane was actually Daniel Hill and Kendarius Ash. Daniel Hill led all scorers with 17 points. And, I mean, you know, he didn't have really much after that. He had 2 assists. But his 17 points were kind of the biggest factor in them getting such a large lead. It also helped that his running mate in this game, Kendarius Ash, had 13. So, you know, and he also had 5 defensive rebounds along with some big plays on defense. So, you know, their 2 guns right now are shooting. They're going heavy. This is kind of the big play that they needed from those guys. And defensively right now, they've been sharp enough to only have 2 guys in double figures and still be in such a large lead.
How long will the cigarette burn in the ashtray in the second half?
Well, I'll tell you what. They better find a way to get rid of that ashtray. They better find a way to dump it. Because, you know, the ashtray right now is pretty full. And, you know, and the way they're playing right now, I expect nothing short of the performance that he put on for us in the first half. And right now, I think Spring Hill's biggest thing is defensively. They have to control the tempo defensively. They have to keep from turning the basketball over, as well as, you know, letting Lane get out into the transition. Right now, they're kind of getting flustered as when Lane goes to their trap plays or their full court presses, and when they you know, turn up the defensive intensity. So, you know, they have to find a way to stay calm, cool, and collect and persevere through that.
And they have to remember no lead is safe in college basketball because we saw them let Lamont On blow an 18-point lead. They're up by 17. We saw them blow an 18-point lead and win the game by 4 points. So, you know, expect anything in the second half.
Yeah, the second half should be fun. And, you know, also Spring Hill has shooters. I mean, Spring Hill has shooters on their team. So, you know, I'm not going to say that they're going to come back because I'm obviously Team Lane. But I do think that if Spring Hill can come out here to a hot start and kind of get some of their shooters going early on in the second half, I think they have a chance at coming back and maybe making this a little bit of a closer game.
And they need to get their shooters like Harland and Bryant and Brant
I was about
on
to say
early.
Christian Brent. That's the guy I think they ought to be careful because, he had some pretty good looks early on in the first half, and it just happened to not fall. But if he can kind of find that stroke here in the second half, Lane might be in some trouble.
Well, here we go. The start of the second half. They're waiting for Daniel Hill to tie his shoe. You want your players to be loose, not their laces. Hill. Top of the circle, Hill. Inside to Ash. And did he get fouled there? I honestly think they're going to get him for an on-the-floor foul.
I think they're going to get Fisher, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's Fisher's second personal foul. First team foul for the Badgers coming out of halftime. Already a little bit too aggressive for the Badgers, but Lucius is being aggressive now.
And see, I was about to give Spring Hill some credit, but they were running Lane off of the free throw line, the 3-point line, and making him beat him in a 2-point game.
And Brant misfires from the baseline as he did not want to draw a charge, and Hill will get called for an offensive foul?
Yeah, I think it's the right call. You saw that coming. You saw it coming. Who was that, Quinn Sutton? Yeah, Quinn Sutton. He was in perfect position the entire time.
That's Hill's third personal foul. Each team with a foul coming out of halftime. Holland from midcourt follows Daniels and he'll feed it to him. Here's Sutton inside to Fisher now. Double teamed down low.
Violation.
Passes out to Daniels, but he couldn't get the shot off in time.
Great defense right there. Great defense. And, I actually expect to see a little bit of better offensive set there for Spring Hill as they broke the press, pretty easily. And offensively, when they get into those half-court sets, they've been able to kind of capitalize a little bit. They've been able to get some looks, but great defensive adjustment there by Coach Bazemore for Lane.
Here's Hill. It's the screen from
Good
Ash.
back
Here's
door.
DeMar Brown finishing off that one from the block. Quinn, step back three, no good. Rebound, Ash.
Watch the slow trail. Watch the slow trail.
Daniel
He
Hill
missed it.
nearly lost the handle, corrals it again. Here's Brown. Dish pass inside to DeMar Brown, who lays it in and gets it to go in the foul.
Exactly how you are supposed to move without the basketball. That is absolutely great basketball play right there. That's a high IQ play by DeMar Brown, understanding that he's going to have to cut to the basket to open himself up. And he did that, and he got a beautiful finish.
Can he capitalize? No.
He got the beautiful finish, though. That's all. I guess that's all that matters. He missed the and one.
A little bit too soft on the touch.
Yep, double dribble.
I think that's Holland going to get called for a double dribble. Already with a couple of turnovers are the Spring Hill Badgers.
You can't do that, Chance, here.
Daniel Hill misfires from deep as Lucius Brown corrals the rebound, and Jameer Mix steps in, gives it to Ash. Great ball movement. DeMar Brown can't finish.
Too many passes right there. Good basketball, but just one too many passes.
Maybe a lot too many passes. Inside, Daniels finishes that one off with a reverse layup.
And I'll tell you what, that's Daniel's 13th point of this game. He struggled a little bit early on as far as the highlight plays went, but, he put some points up there in the first half.
13 for number 13 as a block by Rogers. And he corrals his own miss.
Watch the shooter.
The dish outside. The shooter open from three-pointer.
There you go. I just called it, Drew. There you go. I mean, that's the guy that you have to kind of keep an eye on. I mean, you can't let him go free at all, or he'll make you pay.
And there's the ashtray on fire again.
The ashtray.
Nobody accounted for Daniels, and he gets fouled by Lucius Brown, and it will go to the line for two.
Mr. Daniels might need some stickum on his fingers or something. He keeps losing the basketball every time he attacks. It's great to see him attack the rim, but, you know, you have to, you know, you got to take care of the little basketball because, I mean, the ref bailed him out there. But hopefully he knocked down these 2 free throws and kind of get himself back going.
All the way from Mobile, Alabama, Daniels knocks down the first free throw. Excuse me, he's from Homer Lynn, Illinois. I'm looking at the Jared Holland. I'm looking at number 3, Jared Holland. Nevertheless, Daniels knocks down both free throws. The lead is now to 19 for the Dragons. 3-2 set for the Badgers, and it'll draw a turnover. Here's Holland. And Brandt could not connect on that one. On the fast break 3. LaJustin Anderson slows things down, but they pick things right back up as Fisher on the attack, rejected by Ash.
And I think if you spring here, you're fortunate. I mean, it looked like they might have got away with a kick ball violation on the other end of the court.
Our first media timeout is on display. We will be right back after these messages from the Mass Comm department at Lane.
The library located in CMAC at Lane College is not only the pursuit of potential, but it is where we learn to succeed. With over a collection of 90,000 volumes of print and non-print materials, the library provides 10,942 ebooks for faculty members, students, and staff members. Sections are designed for individual study, small group study rooms, seminars, viewing rooms, and computer facilities. Staffed with 3 beautiful librarians, this is definitely where true potential is conquered.
Lane College Dragons over the Spring Hill College Badgers, excuse me.
Are you still stuck on the more
Oh, that was a traumatic atmosphere. The Spring Hill Badgers trailing by 18 late in the, well, probably early on in the second half.
I want to say it's 15-54. Yep, 15-54 in the second half. Sorry,
only 4 minutes chipped off of this game. Drew Atkins alongside Tyler Newkirk. Immediately, a free throw line jumper from Daniels.
There goes that man. There goes that man. He might single-handedly help bring his team back. Overcome this 16-point deficit.
If you're Lane, that's not what you want. LaJustin Anderson off his foot and out of bounds to the Magicians, the Badgers.
And if you're Lane, that's also not what you wanted to see there on that last play. You know, you don't want to give them any hope or any chance at coming back in this game. You don't want to let them kind of get themselves going and build a little momentum. So defensively, it's time for Lane to kind of lock back down and hunker down as these possessions proceed.
Wide open, Daniels. Holland for 3, no good. Spring Hill fans, please forgive me for misidentifying your mascot. Ash over Rogers, can't connect. Outside mix. LaJustin Anderson spots up and knocks it down from long range.
Again, that one extra pass was the setup. I mean, absolutely gorgeous basketball. That is exactly how it's supposed to work. That one extra pass.
And a loose ball foul is going to be called on Holland, I believe, on Demaric Brown. That's his second foul of the game. Here's Mix. Brown lost the handle and out of bounds. It'll go to the Badgers.
See if Spring Hill can get something going here. A good offensive set is probably what they need here. 2 or 3 easy points to kind of help build their confidence.
Brent for 3, and that's the person you didn't want to leave open.
Again, there he goes. You do not want to let Brent, put his fingerprints on this basketball game, especially shooting a long-range ball.
Ash. Outside to Mix. And Ash against Rogers. Bad decision to pass that one. Stolen away by the Badgers. Brant spots up for another 3 and knocks another one down.
Yep. There he goes. I can't say. Listen, you have to find that guy, especially in the transition when he has a chance to be by himself. And that is a guy who you absolutely cannot lose.
Kendarius Ash on the top of the circle. Brown spots up for a jumper, and it's good. From the free throw line, Lucius Brown connects again. Rogers for 3. That's no good. Anderson with the rebound. The dish inside to Lucius Brown. Back-to-back doubles for Brown.
Good concentration. Way to finish through the contact, elude both of the defenders, and get the layup.
Top of the circle, Brent. He's a game changer, and that's why.
All right, that was a heat check, and he hit. So it's official. He's hot. You can't let him catch the ball now. Now you have to deny him the basketball.
And he shows great defense on the defensive side, forces a turnover, spots up for another one, and throws it out of bounds to the Dragons.
Is it me, or does this game feel closer than it actually is right now?
It feels a little bit closer, Tyler.
I mean, it doesn't feel like Lane right now is up by double digits. It doesn't feel like they're up 14 points right now. But I guess, again, that's a good thing if you're Lane. And you still have a 14-point lead, but if you're Spring Hill, you understand that you're making progress right now in breaking down this deficit.
Brown, D'Angelo Brown from the free throw line knocks it down. Rogers saying, Brent, give me that ball back.
And if I had to guess, I would say they might be trying to find some action here for Brent.
Give it to your hot man. Rogers spots up from the baseline and knocks that one down from short range.
Or you can do that. Just do it yourself. Bump a little defender, get a nice little push off, and turn over that right shoulder for 2. I mean, you can do that as well.
Hill for 3, and it's good. A lot of game changers on the court today, Tyler.
A lot of three-point shots going up.
And a bad pass stolen by Ash. And he'll slow things down. Or will he? No, he will not. He'll speed things up and force a turnover off of a rebound. Holland. He's in dodge. Gets it to Fisher somehow. And Fisher lays it up. And he'll get fouled and go to the line for a pair.
I mean, you got to love this action here with 10:51 left here in the second half. He's going to get a timeout here.
DeJuan Curry picks up his second personal foul, and we pick up our second media timeout. We'll be right back after these creative messages from the LCD department. Do not blink. You might miss something here in the second half as the Dragons are threatening. They're only up by about 17 points. But nevertheless, Fisher is at the line for 2.
And I was going to say, right now, it feels like Spring Hill has what it takes to put together a nice little run and potentially come back in this game.
The Buford, Alabama product. Buford, Georgia product. Lemoyne on in New York. Knocks down the first one, as well as the second one. 15-point lead for the Dragons. Hill gets it from D'Angelo Brown. Tried to hit a reverse layup, couldn't connect, but there is Dewan Curry to clean up the miss.
And that's good to see Dewan Curry, getting himself going. I actually was out there kind of helping get him going for pregame, giving him some passes off of some screens. So definitely good to see that hard work paying off there.
Is that going to go against the offense or the defense? Because it was a little bit ticky-tack.
Looks like they gave it to the defense on the floor. Yep, they're going to get Curry for the hook. Yep, he had him hooked around his waist.
Juan Curry picks up that foul. They'll give him 3. Daniels from the free throw line, no good. Rogers from behind the arc knocks it down as that one rattles home.
It's a big-time shot right there. Big time, especially, again, as we've been talking about. They're trying to overcome this deficit, so it looks like Brent might have opened up the basket for his team.
Maybe he has. Here's Hill. Top of the circle, working it up against Brent. Now to Mitchell, back to Hill. With 5 to shoot, Hill. Outside and dodge. Desperation attempt, no good. And stolen right back by D'Angelo Brown. And stolen right back again. Here is Holland. Daniels from the free throw line, no good. Tries to get his own rebound. Rogers from behind the arc again, and he hits this one again.
Now you're looking at 11-point lead, Drew. I mean, listen, this team has what it takes. They have the guys to come back from this deficit. And right now you're seeing those guys step up and hit big shots. Defensively is where they need to focus in on right now.
Brown from behind the arc to enter, and it's good.
Well, 3 for 3, an eye for an eye. I mean,
Brant trying to slow things down. Observing the shot clock from afar. The shot clock on their end is off and not working properly. That knocks out of bounds by the Dragons. Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
And I wonder if they realize that, seeing that their shot clock is off on this end of the court.
Rogers spots up for 3 again, and he knocks it down again. 3 for 3.
Okay, it's officially raining threes. It's raining threes. We have a 3-point contest in the making here. Uh-oh.
Lucius Brown spots up again, and another person answers again.
I tell you, it's a 3-point contest right now. It's raining threes. We just had the All-Star weekend this past weekend, and I think these players want to kind of keep that thing going.
Lucius Brown almost created a bad pass over Ash. No good from Rogers. And Rogers will get fouled by Ash, I believe. Go to the line for a pair of free throws. That foul was actually on Mitchell. His 3rd personal foul, immediate timeout. We'll be right back after these messages.
Come on a journey with us to a world connecting you to your college. With a world that is changing at a rapid pace and is technology driven, the Mass Communication Department provides valuable news and information to the public, providing commentary, entertaining through film, radio, television. You can count on the Mass Communications Dragons to keep you on your toes and in the know of the latest activities going on campus on all social sites. WLCD, the voice of the Dragons.
Welcome back to JF Lane Gymnasium. Dragons still lead by 12 or 14. To say that this game has changed dramatically is an understatement. This game has changed way more than dramatically as Rogers knocks down the first free throw. I think somebody's got a phone call. Second shot from Fisher or Rogers is good. As the DJ probably had a phone call.
That's a new one. That's a first for me.
I've never heard that before in my life. And what do you know here? Deontay Mitchell with a reverse layup pushes the lead back to 14. Brant. Rogers now.
And you can see the movement.
Daniels rejected by Ash.
Get that out of here.
Ash says, not in my ashtray. Daniel Hill for 3, no good. Rogers nearly lost the handle. Looking to spot up. He'll dish it to Daniels. Woo, what a behind the back pass. Rogers for 3, and that is no good. Rebound by Holland, who finishes and lays it in and cleans up the miss.
Again, still a 12-point deficit, or a lead for Lane and deficit for Spring Hill. I mean, with 6:30 here in the second half, this game is still in reach. Lane needs to put it away.
Hill, and that's one way you're going to put it away, by attacking the basket and crashing the boards. From the free throw line, Daniels no good. Behind the back pass from Jameer Mix. He lost the handle. Ash is back. Stop from Brent. No good. Rebound by Brown. Lucius Brown gets it to Ash. Hill spotting up for 3. No good. He'll clean up the miss. Look to Rogers off the bad pass. A Euro step, reverse layup, no good.
I tell you what, if he would have converted that, I mean, that would have been probably the best finish I've seen all day. I mean, if he would have been able to put just a little bit more English on that backspin, I mean, he almost had it.
Man-to-man zone on display for the Badgers. 30-second timeout for the Dragons.
Yeah, it looks like
I think that's gonna take us to a media timeout. That will take us to a media timeout. We'll be right back after this word from the MASCOM department at Lane. Welcome to arguably the greatest HBCU on earth, Lane College.
Arguably. Is it really an argument?
Yeah, it's arguably.
Oh, okay. I mean, I love my LCD, so I might just say it is the greatest. Not arguably. No, this is the great Lane College, the prestigious Lane College.
And the college that Tyler loves so much is up by 14.
Well, what are you trying to say, Drew?
Well,
you said arguably.
Yeah, it's kind of arguably. There are a lot of great HBCUs in the United States.
Okay, I'll go with you there. We can say arguably. I got you. We go there.
Ash, as the shot clock expires, a desperation attempt from the free throw line, no good. Holland. Jared Holland against Daniel Hill. I think a blocking foul is going to be called against Dewan Curry. And that's the 7th team foul against Lane College. And the bonus is Fisher. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 situation.
And that could be to their advantage as they, 4:55 here in the second half. That could be to their advantage, being aggressive. I mean, this game is still very much so in reach, especially now having the free throw line to your advantage.
Fisher knocks down the first free throw attempt. Second shot from Fisher rattles in. Full court pressure on display from the Badgers. Daniel Hill behind the back move. Bad pass, almost stolen away, but D'Angelo Brown nearly gave it away. He'll knock it out of Daniel's foot. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Mitchell, bad pass. And it'll turn right back over to the Badgers. With the lead, they don't have the lead. They have a chance to chip away of the lead. For three, that one was no good. I don't have a number 1 on my stat sheet.
I think that's Andrew Dotson, the redshirt junior. This is smart right here for Lane. Kind of slow it down, run a little clock, get a nice offensive set here, and hopefully come away with some points.
Hill can't contribute. Here's Dotson on the other end. The reverse layup and the finish for Daniels.
Now you got a 10-point game. 10-point game with 3:50 now. You got to see when Spring Hill's coach Craig Kennedy is going to go to his sharpshooter Christian Brandt to kind of close his basketball game out.
Right now what they're trying to do is just run out some clock. Here's Leonard, and he gets fouled. Fouled by Fisher. They'll get him with a blow to the head. Bryant Leonard at the line for 2 shots when we come back. Back here at JF Lane Gymnasium. A lot is happening for the Dragons. They're up by 10, but what they're trying to do is put this game away. Bryant Leonard, the 6'10 center, junior center from Hammett, Los Angeles. Or is that Louisiana? Yeah, it's Hammett, Louisiana, and he misfires on the first free throw attempt. Yeah, that's Hammett, Louisiana there, where he's from. And foul was actually on Daniels. They'll tag him with his first, and Daniels or Bryant will go 1 of 2 from the line.
Spring Hill's going to have to get something going here. They're running out of time with 3:20 left here in the second half. They're going to have to get some things going and get some things going in a hurry.
Their sharpshooter Bryant is in the game, rejected by Ash. Another shot kept out of the ashtray. Here's Hill. Ash with 10 seconds left. Kadarius Ash working it against Daniels. The teardrop off the glass, no good. And a fresh 30 for the Dragons. They'll just back this one out.
Smart basketball, smart. Use the whole 20 seconds left here on this shot clock.
Ash working it up against Rogers now. He'll spin away from the screen. The dish outside to Demaric Brown, who can't connect off the glass. Battle for the rebound in the air, and Ash lays it home. 13-point lead for the Dragons.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, but a 4th effort. I mean, you had to come away with 2 points.
Their sharpshooter for 3, no good. I think that's the first time that he's missed tonight. And now let this clock wind all the way down. Screen was set. The charge was taken, and Ash will take the bucket.
Yeah, I think you can start. I think everybody can start warming up their car. Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
Rogers with a 3.
12-point game, 138. Hold on just a minute. Now, granted, they're going to need a lot of defensive stops here coming up.
A lot of defensive stops.
In a short amount of time.
6-possession game.
But
and
also
they do have a chance here.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, with that being said, that defense also has to translate itself into offense as well, right? They can't have any. I mean, they basically have to be flawless, on the entire for the rest of this game, for the rest of this 138. They have to be flawless, both offensively and defensively. What do you think right now Coach Kennedy is telling his team for the Badgers?
This game is not over until it's over. A 12-point deficit. Still anybody's game. What they're trying to do is avoid a comeback.
And what
That's
this means is
it's only the 5th offensive foul, so Lane College is not in the bonus just yet.
But what this also means is, I'm sorry, Drew. What this also means is Lane is going to have to finish his game on the free throw line.
They have one more foul to give now, as Jared Holland commits that foul. The possession arrow will favor the Lane College Dragons, or excuse me, the Badgers. They'll get it inside to Ash, who gets fouled by Rogers. And now they're in the bonus, so they'll go to the free throw line. Ash has struggled from the free throw line at times. His struggles don't continue right now. He extends the lead to 13. .130 to go. Ash knocks that one down.
Clutch. Cold-blooded.
The ball is into the hands of their sharpshooter. And he'll give it up to Sutton. Rogers for three, highly contested, and that's no good. 1:15 to go. Ash with a beautiful spin move, and the reach-in foul by Rogers will send Ash to the free throw line again.
It looks like they're going to just close this game out on the free throw line. Start to make substitutions as it appears. Now I can finally see it. The people can start warming their cars up.
Christian Clark at the line for Christian Clark checks in for the Dragons. Timeout called by the Badgers. And hey, the game is not over until it's over. I mean, you can do a lot in a minute and 20 seconds.
You can, but I also felt like, if Lane allows them to even get remotely close to coming back, they might as well not even begin to, kind of chase that championship. I mean, now it's time for them to execute, finish this game. It already appears to be over. Obviously it's not over till it's 000s on the clock, but, you have to only assume that this game is over.
Or in this case, double zeros. Ash knocks down the first free throw. And I honestly think that Ash works a whole lot better under pressure.
Yeah, this is when he hits his most free throws down the stretch. In the clutch when they absolutely matter most, as he did last week against the Magicians of Lemoyne Owen.
Knocks that one down. 16-point lead for the Dragons. Bryant ditches to Roger. Rogers over Ash. That's no good. Rebound by Sutton, who lays it up but can't connect. Ash And he finally throws one down before the night is over.
And that got the crowd going. That's the exclamation mark right there.
Daniel Hill on the attack. Ash just sitting right in front of us, ready to get this game over with. They'll get it to him. The LCD chant is in effect. They have only got 5 to shoot. They'll let it run out. Shot clock violation, 7 seconds left. And this game is in the refrigerator. The spaghetti is getting cold, butter getting hard, ice pop's getting frozen, and the Jell-O's jiggling.
And the ashtray is sitting on the table full.
And Daniels finally knocks down a dunk.
Too little, too late, though. Unfortunately, but fortunately.
And double zeros on the clock. The Dragons go on to win this one 87-71. And the Dragons are moving on to the conference tournament. We'll get halftime stats. We'll be right back. And welcome back to JF Lane Gymnasium as we wrap up not only the game, but wrap up this season here in our newly renovated gymnasium.
Yeah, and what a way to finish it, Drew. You know, obviously you finished with a 16-point win, score 87-71. So great way to finish this regular season out, and hopefully they kind of close things out in conference play and end up champs.
Yeah, let's take a journey into the stat sheet with Tyler Newkirk.
I'm your guy. Here we go. You know, Spring Hill didn't necessarily have a bad game. They had 4 players in double-digit scoring, you know, which is on normal nights. That's a great game. You like to see that as a coach. But, I mean, Lane just kind of stepped up, and they came to another level. You know, Kendarius Ash was the leading man with 25 points. He also had a double-double. He had 14 rebounds along with two assists, 1 block and 1 steal. So he definitely had the biggest night of all. He led all scorers, had the biggest night. He finished the game with the big-time two-handed dunk. He gave the crowd what they wanted to see the entire game. So, I mean, that was definitely a good sign. And he also shot 70% from the free throw line. And a lot of those were down the stretch when they absolutely needed them the most. So that was a good sign. He also had some guys to help him, though, and his running mates in Daniel Hill and Lucius Brown. Daniel Hill finished behind him with 22 points, 6 assists. He also had Lucius Brown follow along with the near double-double, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. So another complete game. And you like to see that as your Coach Bazemore, especially heading into the championship play coming up soon. So, you know, that's definitely good signs and definitely something they can build off of as a team.
And not that the effort was bad from Spring Hill, because it wasn't. They had chance after chance, but some drives they couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, and I think they just kind of dug themselves into too much of a hole early on in the first half. In the second half, they turned up the intensity level a little bit. The rim started opening up for them, and they started knocking down some shots. But the deficit just happened to be too large to overcome, and, you know, they fell short in the end.
Yeah, and that ends our game here at Lane College, and thus ends a great season for both teams here in our newly renovated gymnasium. And it was a wonderful atmosphere all around. And the girls couldn't quite get it done, but the boys got it done by 16. And good luck to the boys as they are off to conference play. And as we end our season, we'd like to say thank you to everyone who was watching this entire season. And thank you for all of the alumni who supported us throughout this journey. From the entire Mass Communications Department at Lane College and my partner Tyler Newkirk, I'm Julian Atkins saying so long, and we will see you next year with Sportscasting.
Peace.